it's De.Antoinette. Welcome back to my channel. Go ahead and subscribe and like. We are today going to talk about crochet braids. I saw a tutorial on YouTube with some Amazon braids, or I believe it's like some boho braids. Not quite sure what you call them, but that's what we're going to do today. So I'm putting in my Kenra blow dry spray, my Chi Heat protectant, and a little bit of oil first in the hair because we're going to be braiding it down. We want to make sure it's nicely moisturized. And then I'm going to separate the hair in 3 sections. I wanted to make this quick just so that we can go ahead and get started. So we're combing out the hair, and then we are going to start the blow dry process. The brush that I'm using there is a wet brush, which is one of my favorite brushes to use to detangle the hair. It's nice and soft, and because we already went ahead and detangled her hair when we were washing and conditioning, it wasn't that hard to do. Here I'm using my favorite Shark blow dryer with the like Demon brush attachment, I guess, and it works really well with stretching the hair out. I start at the ends and then work my way up to the roots, and it just works so well. You all see how flat and like straight her hair got just with using the blow dryer. And here's the hair all blow dried, nice and straight, because I wanted it to be nice and manageable for us to put in the braids. So we went ahead and did the blow dry. But as you can see, the Shark blow dryer works really well. Next, I'm going to part her hair from ear to ear. It's more so like not the top of her ear, but like from the back of her ear, from the back of each ear to ear. That's where we're gonna make our part, because I don't want the front of her hair to fall back too far. I want it to be able to sit up, so that's where we're gonna have the braids start or end in the front. I do want to mention that this is not a tutorial on how you do crochet braids. This is my first time ever attempting to do crochet braiding or a crochet style in general. I'm just showing how I did it. I watched a few videos on YouTube and I took what I wanted from it and, you know, did my own little thing. So we went ahead and got that parted, and I did most of her hair already with the top. I guess these are supposed to be called how you make invisible crochet styles. So instead of just braiding it all to the back, we did a few boxes, almost kind of how you do box braids, but you just connect them, right? So in some rows I had 4, in some rows I had 3 and 2 boxes of braids. But as you're gonna see, I'm going to connect the braids that I have to each braid going back in order for them to connect to make the straight back braids in the back. I do want to say that at some point my phone did die, so I did not get a video of me actually installing the braids and also doing the rest of the braid down, but you're going to see exactly what I was able to do before my phone died. Sorry about that. I'll upload another video later on just to show kind of how or what I learned about installing the braids. But I was happy about the fact that I did get this part so that I can show, especially in this row here, there were going to be 3 braids. So I braided the front. I wanted to make sure I got a big enough section for the top where her edges are, only because I don't want there to be too much tension when I do put a braid on that box section. So It's a little bit longer than normal, but that's okay. She has thinner edges, so we wanted to make sure the client is not going to lose any edges once we put the braids in, and it's not too tight. So I just take that front braid, I keep it in 3 sections like how you braid, and I just took those 3 sections and connected them to the next braid so they can all be flat to the head when we go back. So as you'll see, I'll stop braiding there and I'll leave those 3 pieces out just so that I can put some jam. I use the shining jam, which works well with this style, and then I just added that hair from that braid into my last braid going back. But again, I had a few rows of 2, 4, and 2, 3, and 4 braids depending on how large that section was going back. And you'll see one more time me do this just so that you can really see how I do it, because I know I couldn't get a better view at the top, so that's why I left this one last to do in order for you to see. But you can see I already did the edges, and there's 2 braids there, and you can see I connected those 2 boxes, and then I'm going to do, I think, 3 in this row. I do want to mention, after I did put in the crochet hair, I did go through in her edges and put the edge fixer brand on her edges, and y'all, it worked so good. It laid the edges down really smooth, really nice. No extra buildup. It's not going to be any flaking or anything like that. So you'll see in the end how her edges are laying flat, and that's because once I actually installed the braids, I went in and used that edge fixer brand for edge control, and it works so good. So here I'm connecting my last box. Go ahead and put some jam on there and make sure it's really smooth, almost as if how you make sure box braids are smooth before you add the hair in, if you're going to do knotless or knotted original box braids. But that's how we did it. And we connected that, and then we are going to go on over to how I started the back. I wanted these to also look like individual braids if she were to put her hair up in a ponytail. So we went ahead and separated that into like 4 or 5 braids in the back. And that's how it would be. And then I went ahead and braided the middle, but again, my phone did die. But this is how the hair came out. Y'all, I got this hair from Amazon, which I did get the link from another YouTuber, so I will link that in the description box so that you all can see where to get this hair. I think I spent maybe $30 on this hair altogether. It came like 8 in a pack, and I think 10 pieces of hair on each row, but it turned out so nice. We cut it, trimmed it a little bit, trying to make it custom to the length that she wanted, and here are the end results. Here's some pictures. Thank y'all for watching.